Hey guys, Phobos Gaming here, and today I'm going to be bringing you the optimization video for the Swat class. This class is a little off as there are several other classes that can do its job. It just brings kind of a unique flair to it. It's a huge bullet hose that can take a large amount of punishment if you have the right perks. I'm going to take a minute before we begin our game to show you the perks that I'm running. I am running heavy armor training, which means that I cannot take damage if I have armor unless it's a sonic attack, so long as the armor is still intact. And I also begin each game with 50% armor. I took tactical reload, which gives me increased reload speed for all perk weapons. Then I took ammo vest to give me 30% more ammo for each perk weapon. Finally, the last non-Zed time perk is Assault Armor, which gives me another 50% starting armor from the get-go, and increases my maximum armor by 50, which means when I buy armor, it'll be at 150%. Then, my Zed time perk is called Rapid Assault. During Zed time, I have unlimited ammo and shoot near real time. It also has the increased stumble power by 100%. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start a suicidal match at 10 rounds long. So here we go. Please keep in mind that SWAT is a weak Zed clearing, trash mob clearing type class, but is capable of taking care of the larger, more malevolent mobs, like the Scrakes and the Flesh Maggots. Now, most of the time I don't use the actual iron sights, but we'll just free fire it. That's just my personal preference. As you can see, it does suffer a bit of damage. Now, just because it goes into Zed time, that does not mean that your ammo goes back up to full. It just means that you have an unlimited mag for that entire Zed time, which goes great with the Commando perk, who increases Zed time, and the Sharpshooter, who increases the likelihood of Zed time occurring.
Excellent. That's nearly all of them.
Alright, that's the end of round 1, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the MP5 and go ahead and drop this starter weapon off, as we really just don't need it.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade. There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
Oh, makes you want a rainbow yawn. Oh.
I'm about to shut the pod. Pod's closed. Go make a difference.
sight.
Start. Now finish the job. And aim.
Now, I do personally like to keep moving, but you guys don't really have to, especially if you have a berserker and a medic, which would allow you to hold a position much easier. But to me, I feel like I'm gonna get mulched if I stick in one spot too long, so I run a circuit on most maps, which are relatively easy to find.
Nearly cleared this batch out. Nice work. We can reopen the trader pod soon. Perfect. Pod is open again.
And there we
Let's
go,
get you
on to round
restocked.
3.
Survived without a scratch,
Now,
huh?
often you're going to
You are
get
one
presented
very
with the
slippery
choice to
neck.
pick up
I approve.
P90 after this point. Now,
It's like
sometimes
summer
I
in
would say
Discovery.
go for it, depending on the classes you have with you and how good everybody's doing. If they're doing poorly, I would say go ahead and pick it up. If not, then I would say save up and go ahead
We're
and pick
almost
up
out
the
of
Chris.
time. Make your
Perfect.
choices.
And since I'm all alone, I'm going to go ahead and keep the P90. Not the P90, the MP5.
Last chance. I have to power down the pod.
Now, about the times the scrakes start appearing, you do want to have the P90 on you, because
Break
it makes
time's
life
over.
a whole lot
Get back
easier
to
because
work.
you can just
All
kind of hose
Zeds
them down
inbound.
and they don't become a problem.
Watch out! Siren! I see something.
A decent beginning. Let's call that your warm-up.
Rip 'em to pieces! Gunback style! Reloading!
Well, when you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
Picking him off!
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done. You got out unscathed.
Either this round or next round, the scrakes will begin to appear, which isn't really all that bad, but since you won't be playing often by yourself, this is a round that you really want to make sure that you have a P90. But also, playing by yourself, there's
More
the
Zeds
chance
on
to
the
pick
way.
up starter weapons
to wrap
and
things
sell
up,
them,
as they
which
say.
gives you an extra 100 cash each.
I'm about to shut the pod. Pod's closed. Go make a difference. But many Zeds remain.
Got a scrape. And just like that.
Excellent. That's nearly all of them. Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked.
And here you go.
I saw how you
I
tore
happened to
that
get
Sprake
enough
up.
money that
Gave me
round
hen
to
flesh.
forego armor and pick up the Chris,
vous savez?
which will allow me to take out the larger Zeds very quickly because of its extremely high fire rate and moderate
Crazy, huh?
damage.
Like me.
You want to pair this
Fancy.
one with your flashbangs so that you can stop them moving and just pour all the ammo into their head.
Final choices, people. Enemies on the scope. Last chance. I have to power down the pod. Time's up. Go kill some Zeds.
Picking him off.
Now finish the job. Allez.
As you can see, primarily I use my MP5, but when it comes to the big guy,
Keep it up. When you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
thankfully, I had some flashbangs on hand and that saved my butt.
Just found ammo. Damn it! Gun bam style.
Boom. Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done. You're staying in one piece. That's great. Keep it up. Glad you made it back. Don't bleed on anything.
Whoa! Someone turned down the thermostat.
Alright, we're now going into round 6, and all Z variations will be present, including
There's
the
Zeds
flesh
on the
pound as you
scope.
saw in last
Must
round.
close the pod very soon.
At this point in the game, you should either have your P90 or your Chris, in which case you're pretty much decked out. By round 10, you will have everything that you
Hurry
need.
up. Zeds are getting closer.
MP5, the P90, and the Chris, as well as your armor and everything else. This makes you a
All Zeds on the
Zed-clearing
scope.
monster,
Back to
but
it,
you're
mes
not
amis.
really suited for the stronger ones like the Flesh Pound, which is a huge bullet sponge, and if you try to kill the bloats by shooting them in the belly, it won't work really well, because they too are really big bullet sponges unless you shoot them dead.
But many Zeds remain.
What's that? Bloody psycho butcher?
Since there are 6 people in play, I don't really have to use flashbangs to take these guys out. It is suggested in multiplayer, however, that they can do so.
Bullet!
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod for you.
Gun bam!
Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked. You took some hits there. Patch yourself up. Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
Way better.
Final choices, people.
Now, once you get to the
Enemies on
boss,
the
you're going to
scope.
want to switch to either your Chris or the P90, depending on which you prefer, and that's going to be the weapon that you use for them. You want to keep your MP5 on hand for the Zeds that spawn between health bars.
All right.
I'm about to shut the pod. Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Watch it! style.
Just their numbers, but there are plenty left.
You want me? Look out! Picking him off.
Now, when you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
Careful! Straight! Get me down, bastards! Reloading!
I kind of botched that up just a little, but
Glad to see you made it through. Make for the pod and gear up. I'm impressed by your survival instinct out there. Glad you made it back. Don't bleed on anything.
alright, and now I have all three of my weapons, full armor, and
More
full
Zeds on the
health.
way. Start to
I'm
wrap things
set
up,
to
as
go.
they say.
Ammo here.
Don't forget to pick up ammo crates in case you're low on ammo.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
At this point, you can afford to use things like the P90
Pod's
instead
closed.
of your
Go make a difference.
MP5 to clear the weaker Zeds, which will also give you a larger magazine size, just in case things do
Just
go
found
south.
ammo. Rip 'em to pieces. So compact, so deadly.
The other attractive benefit of using the P90 to clear the smaller
Something's close.
Zeds is that it will also be able
Watch out!
Good start. Now finish the job. Allez.
to... Uh-oh. Like I said, having a larger magazine size can be very beneficial.
So compact, so deadly.
Oh, and we've got what seems to be a flesh pound walking around behind them, so we're going to go ahead and switch to the Chris, because that's what you really want to use. Unfortunately, due to their extremely durable body, it takes a long for a magazine to down those guys.
You're getting it now, you bastard!
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done. Taking down a Scrake comes naturally to you, no?
And at this point, now that you have all of your weapons, you want to be passing out cash to your friends after you fill up all of your gear. That way, that for the carries, like your sharpshooter, who generally tend to die a lot, can pick up more gear, which will make you more successful in the long run.
I love my little Belgian.
Time's almost up. Vite! All Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
Makes you want a rainbow yarn. Oh. Stomach reloading. Come to Scully. Break out the earmuffs.
A decent beginning. Let's call that your warm-up.
So come back so deadly.
Also remember, if you're in a safe location, you want to reload even if you're only 20 bullets down, because having a full magazine can actually mean life or death for a SWAT. And for most other classes, to be told.
Careful! Come to Scully! So come back so deadly!
Up. When you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
Psycho Butcher! Breathe them floating! Like that? This Scully!
Alright, here we go.
So many way better.
Like I said, life and death. If you don't have a full mag, that would have killed me.
Oh, yeah.
Gear up. You know how to stay alive out there. A good instinct.
Sick shit.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade. Last chance. I have to power down the pod. Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Now for this round, I'm going to go ahead and stick with using my Chris SMG, which is my tier 4 weapon, as the flesh pounds are becoming a little more plentiful, and I really just don't want to get mulched this far into the game. I want to try to show you what it looks like when you go up against a boss with a SWAT.
Small, but vicious.
Dented their numbers, but there are plenty left.
As you can see, I'm burst firing this weapon, even though it only has a full auto and a
Small, but vicious.
semi-auto style.
Look out!
The cumulative recoil can be somewhat hard to use if you get into a situation, as some people do tend to panic.
Just found ammo. She's small, vicious. You're getting it now, you bastard!
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod for you.
Chew 'em up, baby! Yeah! She's small, but vicious. What's that?
We have a big battle coming up. This equipment is
Alright
an
guys, so
investment.
we're now at the boss round. As I said before, you will have
I'm impressed
extra
by your
ammo,
survival
assuming you
instinct out
haven't
there.
died. Or not ammo, cash. And you should really distribute that between your friends. That way they can get their best gear for this final round.
We're almost out of time. Make your choices. Glad you made it back. Don't bleed on anything. Time's almost up. Vite! All Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
So our boss is Dr. Hans Bolter. I was somewhat expecting a Patriarch, but this will work just as fine.
I can't see it. Man, it's totally super tropical out.
I scared you. Don't hide.
They invisible? Ha! This one's gonna be fun!
Stench of your
shooting at me!
imperfection disgusts me. Now you swine can face new attacks. Now, I shall just shoot you. Fools, that was the easy part. What the hell are you now? Come out, little pigs. Take a deep breath now. Little attacks. Here is something more to behold.
And Dr. Hans. Keep in mind that the bosses for the multiplayer when you have 6 are much more powerful. But this is about the build that you should be running, and it is likely best for moving, even though most people don't. Anyway, I do hope that you found this video to be very helpful. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy the Zeds.